Welcome to Stayf Doodles. I'm Stayf the Groot Dutch artist, and I got a question on one of my videos about inking with thick and thin. In this video I'm just going to explain the basics of inking with thick and thin lines. What you really need when you want to ink with thick and thin lines in Procreate is a pressure sensitive stylus. I use the Apple Pencil. This is the Apple Pencil 2. The Apple Pencil 1 also has pressure sensitivity, and I'm just going to show you. I'm just using my Stayf Walt Kelly ink, and that's a brush that's for free on my Gumroad. I'll leave a link below this video. So it's all about the pressure. So when you apply less pressure, the ink line is thinner. You press harder, you get a thicker line. But when do you ink with a thick line and when do you ink with a thinner line? It's all about the volume of what you're inking and also where the light is coming from. Say that the light is coming from the right. I'm just gonna draw a quick circle. Just do it very thinly. And when the light is coming from the right, the line on this side, on the right side, is lighter than the line that's underneath because there's more shadow. So when you're inking, you can make it thicker here and thinner up here. And then you create more volume to your shape. You can also do it with cross hatching and make them thinner up here and thicker on the left side. It's the same if you're, inking a square and the light is coming from the same direction. So the shadow is here, and you can do that with cross hatching, and this line is thicker than the line up here because it has more light to it. You can also, use cross hatching to create a shade. But if you don't want to use that, because I'm now working on a comic, I'm just gonna delete these. And this is Horus, Hippo, and I created a special brush and even a special brush set with a lot of different thick and thin brushes, and I'm now using the Stayf Walt Kelly ink that's also in this brush set, and the Stayf Walt Kelly ink is also available for free on my Gumroad. I'll leave a link below this video. So this is the character I'm inking, and this is a story of 1996, and I'm just redrawing it. And I'm also using a lot of thick and thin lines. So I'm just going to ink this character, Horus Hippo, and just tell you, how I ink it. And I'm using the Stayf Walt Kelly ink, and the light is coming from the upper right, so everything here is lighter than on the left side. So here the line is lighter than on the left side. And in this way you can create more volume to your character. So here the line is lighter and here it's a little bit darker. And when you ink, sometimes when you ink thicker or longer lines, there's a limit to your pivot point of your hand, because I'm using my wrist or my fingers, and there's just a smaller radius. So if you want to draw a straight line or a curve, here's your limit. So if you don't want to rotate your screen, you have to do it in parts. So this is going to be black, so it doesn't really matter if it's thick or thin. Here it's thicker, thinner. Now I always draw everything a lot bigger, because this is drawn at, and you can see the canvas size. The dimensions is 168 by 176 millimeters at 600 dpi. You need 300 dpi for print, but when I'm inking I always like to keep it higher at 600 dpi. So here it's thinner and underneath it's thicker because there's more shadow. So here's a balloon. I'm just going to use the shape. So here you also have thick and thin. This is how I ink the balloons. Ink over it and then erase the other parts. So this is how I ink with thick and thin lines. It's all about pressure. When you press harder, you get a thicker line. And when you keep a thinner line, you need a very light touch. I've made other videos about inking this comic, and that's Kwab and the Fridgedair. It's now available on my Amazon, and I'll leave a link below this video. And I also inked a lot with thick and thin lines. Another book that's out on Amazon is the story of Kwab, aka Horus Hippo. And in this book, it's a story about, me starting out as a comic artist, and it shows all the books of Kwab, or aka Horus Hippo, and a lot of comics and illustrations and sketches. It's now available as a hardcover. This is the hardcover, and there's also a soft cover or paperback of this book. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Because each time I upload a new video, you get a notification. Drawing is fun, and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles!